Sports justifying La Zagaleta, and after Lonhro was bloused in Sydney, Malumba beaten in Brisbane. Johnny Hawkes has reason to smile after those two last races, and have a look at that for a thrilling go. The almost all-white grey on the outside, finishing second, and Tully Thunder at $14 in third. Hasn't she returned well, the Australasian Oaks winner? So, Hawksy making up for what was a tight go. Now, the head-ons coming through, we'll be able to take a look at that. Don Eduardo in behind them, the red colours with black stripes. The baldy-faced bay out white elegant fashion. Tully Thunder, the blue and white stripes rattling home. Very big run. But young Brendan Fennick, since he's joined the John Hawkes team under John's son Wayne at Carbine Lodge in Melbourne, has made every post a winner, and he continues today, albeit to the chagrin of many punters after that performance today aboard Sports. A winner of more than 1.2 million, I should say, and 14 career victories, and Sports makes it 5 victories at this circuit of Caulfield. How's that for a finish? Doesn't get much closer, does it, except for a dead heat. That's the Liston Stakes. Cheltenham not too far away. A race in which Squalani is the raging favourite. Squalani has the services of Joe Bowditch. He's raced just 7 times for 4 wins and 3 placings, but the cotton wool comes off this preparation as he aims him for a Melbourne campaign. Here's Joe talking to Hilton.
You rode him 3 times last preparation. Have you been on him in track work?
No, Philip Stokes rides him most of the time, and he's a pretty good judge of his horses. He used to ride himself, so he knows his horses quite well, and he thinks the horse is going well.
What do you think about first up? Because he's a sort of horse who can miss the start, can't he?
Yeah, he won his first 4 races. His first start he missed it, but after that he was jumping pretty well, and the last couple of times I rode him, he jumped well and put himself into the race, so he won't be too far away.
Where do you think he'll travel?
Well, I'd like to sort of either lead or sit outside the leader, depending on what Phil wants to do. There's a couple with speed, but I don't think there's any real leaders. I think if he can get a cheap run to the 400, he'll take some catching.
8-7 Brookman. Can you beat these other speedsters like in Fold and Classic Status?
I thought his run was pretty good the other day. Like the track was dead and the time was there. Like they ran good sectionals, and I thought the horse hit the line okay. The speed will suit him. He'll just be back off the speed and have the last shot at him. I think the horse will run well.
Young Brendan Fennick, perhaps his biggest highlight victory to date as he heads down towards the scales. What a great success story. There's bald-headed Wayne Hawkes after taking his part in Bluey's Day. Always thought his hair was too precious to be lopped, but for a great cause he's done it. Good to see, Wayne. Now Doomben race 6 ticking at Chatelaine. Back to see how Swiss Echo and Mowerman go when they clash head-to-head in about 3 minutes. Scales report we await to come through from Cheltenham. We have correct weight on the Liston Stakes. The next from Caulfield is due to go in around about 22 odd minutes. Correct weight has gone through Cheltenham race 5. Squalani from Star Hit and Kurt. Star Joe in 4th position. So 7, 3, 4 and 2. Dan Beasley's ride Cheverny's outside the top 8 here, but here's the latest check of betting details. Good support continues to come for the John Hawkes trained Mowerman, which goes around in the Ron and Rod Duffy colours, the pale green and black check. Other tote support for Shove Off, and money also for Shot of Thunder. First up, the trainer John O'Shea, horse which was beaten 5 lengths in the Group 1 Doncaster. First up today's won 2 from 4 first up. So some wraps around on the tote. Outside of that, some money for National Saint, number 9. Money in the ring for Shove Off, Joe McKinnon reports. First up from that win in June at Randwick, blousing Marvelar on that occasion. Shove Off is Chavog's full sister. 2 wins from 10 starts races in the John and Julie Singleton colours, dark blue with white crossed sashes. Later on today, we'll have all of the highlights from Perth racing this afternoon at Belmont. If you missed the news on Sunline earlier, have you heard how she went? She was successful, and she was very impressive in returning to victory, wearing the number 16 saddlecloth, running 1:22.98. Wasn't the easiest of wins, with Tit for Tat running a very good second, and her 32nd career victory. And perhaps her farewell race start in New Zealand. Time will tell, but the connections were very, very happy. For his news on the show county, let's return to Warwick Farm and Ian.
Right. Thanks, Brendan. And The late support is for number 10, and that is Shove Off. Chris Muntz. Well, what a day Chris is having. Defier and Snowland winning for him. Anyway, plenty of support for the Singo-owned Shove Off. Number 10, who on the tote in New South Wales is $6.50, and that's better than they're betting on track. The tote favourite is number 6, Swiss Echo, at $4.90 and $2.40. But repeating on track, it's Shove Off, number 10, the favourite now from the easing... well, actually, the second pick is Moa Man, who's met with good support also. They've been the best back runners. 10 Shove Off and 2 Moa Man. And the easing third pick is number 6 Swiss Echo, and then 3 Shot of Thunder. Now, that 3 to move in here at Warwick Farm for the Show County, won last year by Kingsgate. Previous Defier, number 1, a terrific effort to win. Beat Lonro a short neck, number 4, and 8 third Republic Lass. Mr. Bureaucrat, number 2, ran 4th. Final Fantasy about to come forward. And this is over the 1,200 metres. In he goes, Final Fantasy, and we're all set and ready to see them go. Oomph, keen to get on with it. Starter on the stand. Presses the button, and there they go. National Saint was one of the best to bounce. Final Fantasy jumped quickly, won't stay there. Al Natoir got out pretty well, and Shockaroo likewise. Oomph and Mo and Gold are going quickly, and presently is following them through on the inside. And then comes Swiss Echo as Final Fantasy drifts back from Gahila Baby. And over on the inside next is Viva La Vie. Mo Man's gone up into about 5th position, and a good margin away next. Shot of Thunder, Cheverny, and Shove Off is absolute last. They work their way down to the 600, and Marwin Gold on the inside is just the leader. National Saint is in second. Posse 2.5. Moa Man around Oomph. Then presently on the inside of Natoir from Swiss Echo, Shockaroo, Viva La Vie, Gahila Baby, Final Fantasy, followed by Shot of Thunder, Cheverny, and Absolute as Shove Off as they round the corner. And Marwin Gold and National Saint are going hammer and tong. Moa Man is in third. Posse about to be called upon. And then Oomph on the inside, and 2 Natoir presently, and Swiss Echo, and a good margin Shockaroo, but National Saint got to Marwin Gold. Moa Man presently, and Oomph is driving up. Here's Oomph coming out after. Presently hit the front from Oomph. Presently beat Oomph, and a close one for third. National Saint and Moa Man. Shot of Thunder, Gahila Baby, Swiss Echo, and Marwin Gold. Followed home then by another 2 lengths away. Gahila Baby, Shove Off, never flattered from Cheverny, Viva La Vie, Natoir, and Final Fantasy was Absolute. Terrific finish to the 6th event of the day, the Show County Quality, with Oomph driving through on the inside, and presently hit the front from Oomph. And on the line, it is a close one. Presently and Oomph and Presently are the 2 in the photo finish. And this is on the slow motion shot. It looks like Presently might have just nailed Oomph. But anyway, we'll have a look at this. Yes. Presently looks to have just nailed Oomph. But that's the long shot there, the short shot Presently. So we'll wait and see what the judge sorts out after a thriller. And it Presently is the winner. Number 15, Presently, written by James Innes.
And perhaps one of Unbridled Song's biggest wins to date, the 15. $27.40, giving Jamie Innes a return to the big race winner's circle. Oomph has rattled through to get second, the 11. So placings 15, 11, 9 and 2. So that's confirmed. There's the decision. National Saint at big odds as well. And first 4 New South Wales will pay upwards of $38,214. And for Bruce McLaughlin, I can't remember last time he was in the big race winner's circle in Sydney, but he is today with Presently, a trainer who brought the likes of St Jude and so many other star horses south to plunder the riches. Presently it was successful in the Show County and an upset result with that blanket finish. Good run, Shot of Thunder from well back in the field, and several other runners. Larry Olsen, you might be able to...
Paternal in the black and orange colours to move in. Runs to win, still circling behind the gates. El Nino's moved in. Not far away from a start now. Runs to win, goes up to a middle gate. Paternal, the one we need. Nearly set. Paternal completed the line now, so they're ready to run. 1,200 metres, all in. Racing now. Make Mine Magic began well, so did Eagle Rhythm, and away quickly is Raymond Arch and Mastic. El Nino showing plenty of dash from the outside, and Paternal had got away well. Chong Tong settling down about the middle of the field now by the 1,000 metres, and Gattaca drives up along the inside with Mastic, and they go to the lead together ahead of El Nino. Raymond Arch wide out. Ackerbilt close up on the inside, trailed by Upright, and then runs to win. A length Paternal, Chong Tong, Marley over on the rails. One further back is Make Mine Magic. He's being followed by Eagle Rhythm, Tears Royal, and then about 3 lengths to Panoramic Lad, Kabila and West Texas. Up to the turn, Mastic drew a neck in front of Gattaca with the rail. El Nino third and Raymond Arch wider out. They're about 2 or 3 to runs to win. Upright under pressure. Ackerbilk making ground the rail, and then Paternal. Chong Tong a fair way back and under pressure. As they cornered, Gattaca kicking back on the inside, and Mastic clear from El Nino. Raymond Arch runs to win, coming home fairly well, and then Ackerbilk. Mastic at the 150. Took the lead by about a half length here to El Nino. Gattaca, and then runs to win. It's Mastic under the whip in front. El Nino's having a drive with runs to win. El Nino took the lead, and El Nino's wanted a long hit on the line to either runs to win or Mastic. Then Ackerbilk, Gattaca, followed by Make Mine Magic, Eagle Rhythm, a nice run. Panoramic Lad also just behind them from Raymond Arch, Marley, Chong Tong. Then Tears Royal and Upright, and they were followed by Kabila, West Texas, and Paternal back at the tail. And they've run 19.89. Victory goes to number 10, El Nino, ridden by Craig Newitt, trained by Tony McAvoy. Won here last start over the 1,400 metres, beat by Daly, who was impressive, winning at Moonee Valley last week. And he sat just off the pace and was a touch too strong in the run home. 10 El Nino, Craig Newitt first, so the apprentice boys taking out the last couple of races. Brendan Fennick winning on Sports, and Craig Newitt taking out this race on El Nino. Second placing goes to 15, runs to win, Noel Kello, and third, number 2, Mastic, ridden by Michelle Payne. 10, 15 and 2. Fourth was 11, Gattaca, and fifth in number 6, Ackerbilk. Those that got back in the field at no stage got into the race.
Greg, here's the head on. The well-tried fancy is well back. Chong Chong, the chestnut with red colours, black sleeves. About 4 or 5 horses from left of screen. Gets pushed out a little wider there. Now 4 from left of screen. But the bird has well and truly flown. With El Nino running away. It runs to win, running home well on its outside. And back on the inside, Mastic running one hell of a good race. 109.89, and young Craig Newitt salutes with yet another Saturday race winners. So some nice value there if you took El Nino from the Tony McAvoy yard. It's runner number 10. So Mastic in front as we look there. Tony McAvoy prepared Son of Jeune out of Ozone Friendly. So well named. Sky Chase mare, and that one for the Pacers Australia Syndicate, managed by Terry Henderson and the team of owners. 6 wins in 19 career starts. Zooms home out wide to win. Cheltenham's our next port of call. Warwick Farm to follow, and the key ones here, bit of money, Latte, and Honey Rider has eased. Bravisa into $19, Sizer up into 9s, no other major changes. Correct weight at Cheltenham, runners parading at Doomben. Latte, Our Fame, and Skew If. 2, 4 and 5, 117.5. There's Double Dazzle at Doomben. Gary Newen prepared, and Justin Stanley is the rider. Resumed with the Doomben win first up. Right behind it is Pedro's Girl. Greg Raft, the train. Dean Tanti is the rider. As we look across to runner number 14, this is Can Trip. Some mail around for it today. John Hawkes prepared mare by Canny Ladd. Scott Galloway is the rider. First up, Struck Interference as an odds-on favourite in very, very slick time at Doomben. So back here, we're disappointed as an odds-on pop. Beaten 3.5 lengths. There was an inquiry into its performance on that occasion. So Can Trip at $7.10 and $2.60. It was mentioned strongly with mail this morning from Alan Thomas and Larry Olsen. Runners moving into Warwick Farm. This is the toy show quality of the listed race for fillies and mares. As they move into line, a very important race this, with the spring in mind. Here's Ian.
Yes, Brendan, indeed it's a very, very interesting race. The Toy Show Quality Handicap, taken out 12 months ago by Winona. Can she do it again? Darren Beedman rode her last year, beat Aloha Charm and into bank. On the tote board here, we have as favourite Honey Rider, number 11, 330 and 180, and she's been very, very heavily back late in the ring. She opened up around the tote quote, or a little bit under. She got out a point, but boy, they've come for a late. Mid-stages, Sizer Up was the best backed against Honey Rider, and she's still the second pick. But Honey Rider, a firm favourite here, ahead of Sizer Up as far as on track is concerned. Sizer Up on the tote in New South Wales, number 13, is at $8.90, which is good value. 1,400 metres the journey. Presently, number 15 won the previous. Jamie Innes beat 11 Oomph, 9 National Saint and 2 Moa Man. Other winners today, Defier, Snowland, Victory Vane, History Maker and Power of Pegasus won the first. Only the one turn to get around from the 1,400, the home corner, of course. Bart Cummings has 1 under engaged here, ran a terrific race at Randwick at her first run back since November of last year behind Plain Crazy, another rival this afternoon. Chris Muntz riding Honey Rider. He's had a wonderful afternoon, Christopher, winning on Defier and winning on Snowland. Defier, of course, lowering Lonrose colours in the Warwick Stakes. Now, 1 under, Miss Zoe, Vita. 1 under and Vita have drawn very, very wide out with Miss Zoe. She hasn't won first up from a spell, Miss Zoe. Apparently she's been working very well. You had your warning, an interesting runner here. She's coming into line now. Only the 3 to move in now for race number 7. Honey Rider, best back runner, number 11, 330, 180. In the on-course operation, Sizer Up has met with the best backing against. Honey Rider, as the rider on 1 under is about to bring her forward. She's in 1 under. And the Newcastle mare from the Max Lees establishment, Vita, is coming in now, and she walks up without a worry in the world. And the Toy Show Quality Handicap field is set to run. Winona winning it last year, a runner again today. Waiting on the start at about the stand. Look at edgy as Bravisa. Hello, Vita's rider is out the fronts. Problems with Vita, and the starter Billy Cooper has ducked under the inside rail and is hot-footing it over towards the outside gate. A number of attendants and one of the clerks of the course over having a look. And as our camera pans across, Vita obviously has become caught up in some way. Starter's on his walkie-talkie back to the stewards. No problems with 1 under. No, I think she's right, Vita. Now here's the rider getting back into the saddle. I refer to Danny Beasley, who won earlier on Victory Vane, so no problems with Vita. Starter back towards his stand again. And it looks as though we're just about set for action. Bravis has become very towy. Keen to get on with it. Starter on the stand. No, Bravisa again the problem. Racing this time. And Vita from the outside got the best of it. Sophisticat jumped well, and so did Sizer Up. 1 under drifting back a little, followed closely then moving forward Veloci, and a length and a half further away is Bravisa, followed closely by Currajong Mist, and a Honey Rider is starting to muster some speed. Miss Zoe not all that far away with Pfizer and Plain Crazy. Sophisticat drifting back, and then comes 1 under likewise, passed by You Had Your Warning, and then over on the inside, losing ground Agile, Winona and Faction Factional is last of all. Down to the 800 they travel. And here Bravisa sped to the lead. 2 lengths Sizer Up, Vita third. Honey Rider is running fourth from Currajong Mist, a length and a half, Miss Zoe. And then around them goes Sophisticat, and behind those horses next Veloci, a length of Miss Zoe and Plain Crazy Pfizer, followed then by You Had Your Warning, and then one under, a length Winona, followed by Factional, and last of all as they pack right up Agile, coming to the corner at the 400, and Sizer Up is out after Bravisa, and as they straighten up, now Sizer Up hits the front. Bravisa's thrown in the towel. Sophisticat, Vita, followed by Honey Rider, and You Had Your Warning is motoring home. They race to the 150, and You Had Your Warning is after Sizer Up. Sizer Up in front, but You Had Your Warning's getting her, and she goes home the best. You Had Your Warning from Sizer Up. Winona flew for third, then a photo for fourth. Factional prominent with Currajong Mist and Pfizer. Honey Rider, and then Sophisticat. A length and a half to Agile, and then Plain Crazy Miss Zoe, followed by Veloci, a good margin off to one under, Vita, and Bravisa finished at the tail of the field. She's a very, very good mare, isn't she? Number 2, You Had Your Warning, written by Corey Brown, has taken out race number 7, the Toy Show Quality. Number 2, first up since the 11th of May, when she raced to Morfordville, and she's right back on target for her spring campaign. Trained by John Hawkes, Corey Brown in the saddle.
And what an impressive return for You Had Your Warning. First up, since her run at Morfordville in the Carlton Stakes back in May. Before that was a winner of the Memorial Cup at Randwick, and Scorchers home to win. Very good run, fourth it looks to be for, it's gone through, number 10 Factional, Darren Beedman, for trainer John Hawkes. $36,930.20. So quaddy results for Super Tab players: Warwick Farmer 3, 1, 15 and 2. 3, 1, 15 and 2. Factional, the octagonal mare, second up for John Hawkes, running a slashing fourth in that race. Winning time to be confirmed. That's Warwick Farm race 7, run and 1. Just Super Tab details to come through. They shouldn't be too far away. We'll come back and confirm those for you very, very soon. Now, Doomben, as the runners head around to the start, and they're parading at Caulfield. Larry Olsen.
The 17 did come in a couple with the scratchings, but it won. Sports drew the outside on the Liston. Innovation Girl drew 16 in the Quisette. Delago Brom drew 11 of 14 in the Vane Stakes. Even in the first race, Bella Moxie drew 7 of 11. Hasty back away from the line, past the skies. Ruby Slipper, Damien Oliver on board. Moondragon riderless coming up into the gates now. Big odds for Moondragon. She's a 22.90 chance. Scott Seamer climbing back on board. Ruby Slipper is just the favourite. The end of the 1,200 metres, I suppose, is the one little query with her. Purno second pick, and Shea Spice should be just delighted with the price about her if you've backed her. Now they're nearly ready. Past the skies has gone in. Here's Ruby Slipper getting set. They're nearly ready to go. Shea Spice over on the outside. Took the outside gate. So they're set now. Light flashing, 1,200 ready. Starter's holding them now. He releases them, and Ruby Slipper was a touch slow to move. Zabil's Angel away fast, and Shea Spice away very quickly over on the outside. Perno had jumped all right, but she's not mustering pace early. As they went to the 1,000-metre mark now, Shea Spice out very wide, has raced up to go to the lead. Zabil's Angel pushing through on the inside, and Miss Lala's right up there third. Shattered Love over on the inside, and then Hasty back out very wide on the course, being followed by Ruby Slipper. Just behind them is Crimson Gem, a length and a half to Perno over on the inside. Being trailed then as they go by the 600 to Calming past the skies, and then Liberty Rose the inside from Lilo Lil. Rory's Jane and Moondragon with last Tyroline. Up to the turn, Shea Spice 3 away from the rail, the leader. Hasty back deeper on her outside. Shattered Love through on the rail. Then Crimson Gem, Zabil's Angel, Ruby Slipper under some pressure, and then Miss Lala, and past the skies pulls out wide. In the straight, Shattered Love got up on the inside, hit the front, but not for long. Shea Spice responding again. Hasty back, and Miss Lala are coming, and Perno Perno switches to the rail. Shea Spice had it. Perno driving through along the inside. Miss Lala and Calming, but Perno got the run on the fence. Shot away, and Perno won it well by 2 lengths. Calming, Miss Lala third, and then Haste You Back, Shea Spice. Tyroline made some good ground the outside, then Shattered Love, Ruby Slipper, followed by Lilo Lil, Crimson Gem, and next Past the Skies, followed by Zabil's Angel. Well back is Moon Dragon, second last is Liberty Rose, and last is Rory's Jane. Perno, a brilliant ride by Karen McAvoy, securing a rails run which has taken him to victory. Wonderful turn of foot by this mare over the last couple of 100 metres to beat Calming and Miss Lala. Perno will pay $4.20 and $2.10. Calming $3.70. Miss Lala $3.40. Perno returning from Brisbane, where she raced so well without winning.
Yeah, it was a great ride, railing up. Have a look at the green and gold out wide. Tyroline getting home well, but Moon Dragon seems a light of older days. The former Sandown Guineas winner went round in the Swettenham colours, and under Scott Seamer's vigorous riding found little in the run to the line as they turned for home. That's her with the blue sleeves, white cap and green colours near the rear of the field, left of your screen. Third from the left, and you'll see Tyroline poke through the green and gold stripes, but up on the inside, Perno proving a class of her own to collect the cash from the Mike Moroney stable. A mare by Sente now makes it 7 from 14. Hadn't won its past few, but was narrowly denied. Quaddy numbers are 2, 3, 10 and 4. 2, 3, 10 and 4. And Caulfield rides Stoneleigh Road. Brett Partelli trains the favourite, Perance, for this last race at Warwick Farm. Newcastle win at 3 runs back, and a Warwick Farm third when blocked for a run behind Night Raider most recently. To Warwick Farm very, very soon. After this, off to Doomben, then Caulfield. Now, Scales report, we have one finally at Cheltenham for race 7. 7, 9, 3 and 4 across the line. One more to be run and one there. For our night racing fans, a very big night. It's the Sunshine Sprint at Albion Park in Brisbane. And it's also a big night with the Breeders' Crown up for grabs at Moonee Valley as well.